Morning, guys. I'm now in my home again. It's May 2022. It was 1 year ago I was here making an update. It's morning time. It's 7 a.m. and the sun is just rising there. But it's very nice to be in your own home. Truly. So I'll be here for a short time. And wanted to make you an update on what's going on here. For the last 2 years, last year when I made the video, there was a 5 months drought, but it continued. So when I made a video, it was April. It continued May, and it continued June and July. July was actually the time it started to rain, and it rained for 2 months. So it was somehow 7 to 8 months of a drought last year. And this year, it's another 8 months drought. So it only rained for 2 months, and then it has been an 8 months drought until 1 week ago it rained, and now it's green. So you find this 2 years is like a 2-year drought. The trees have not really grown. Not much have grown. It has been about survival. And eventually even the water got a very big... We had a big issue with the water and other things. And we had a big issue with the grazing, keeping animals out. We had places in the fence where they broke it. Animals came, we had to repair. This paddock, we saved it for grass, but eventually the community did not allow that. Even there was a paddock in the middle, we saved it for grass, and the grass was mulching the trees. And they did not allow the cows to die, and us we have grass, so we had to give it out. There was no other option, which is okay. We'll be more prepared next time. And you find in Kenya, you have droughts with a 5, 10, 20, 50 year cycle, or even a 100-year cycle. And this drought, many are saying it was like 1977, 1980, 80 something, 85, 84. So maybe this was a 50-year drought. So the things that survived this 50-year drought, and now it has started to rain, I don't think it will be a drought again. Things that have survived now, they will survive. Definitely. So, having said that, let's check the shamba. So here you can see the down fence. This Gravelia have survived, but they continue after the fence. There's a paddock for grazing, and this one was actually not supposed to be grazed, but it was grazed a little bit, whereby at least here they grazed the grass. In that place they grazed everything, even the trees, so there's not even any leaves of those trees. But here the Gravelias are doing well. We still have some small olive trees and some other interesting trees coming up. Even this one, Lgilai, Teclea nobilis, it's a very nice tree. And I think I mulched one, a small Ingeriyoi. So you find animals that came here, they didn't actually eat many trees, but they did eat this Ingeriyoi, the olive tree. They left now Gravelia, and then they were eating this irri and lamoloki. These are native species here, but they will survive, and they'll come up again. And yeah, I have a small forest here of and Mariguet, Megacollarpus. This was a test plot, and we planted it together with cabbage and beans like 2 years ago or something, and it's coming up well. This is the paddock now for the fruits, but even here there's some fruits, there's some bananas, and they have survived. The trees on the upside here along the fence, they have done well. And even this Ltiripirinti has survived, although this is a podukcarpus. This is the most difficult tree to grow here. It needs a lot of attention. So the goats, the sheep, they normally don't eat this one, but funny enough, this time they did eat it. I don't know why. Maybe the drought was too bad. There was some nutrition they were lacking that they normally don't lack. And we have another podukcarpus here, Lpiripirinti tree. And this one has been protected and it's healthy. It's coming up and it's growing very slowly, but it's nice. You see, it's the same age like this. It was planted the same time like this Marmaroi, Melia volkensii, mukau tree. And the mukau is my size. It's like 1.8 meters, and this one, the podukcarpus, is just 20 centimeters tall. So that's how it is. Some trees, they grow fast, others they are slow growing. And yeah, many things have done well, others have not. And bananas have survived the drought. And mulberry has survived the drought. The croton has survived the drought. This jacaranda tree has survived the drought. The Gravelias have survived the drought. But what did not survive is quite many of my avocado trees. I had 200 of them in a small area of 1,000 square meters. So I approximate 70% have died. I have not yet counted. So they were very close spaced for being avocado trees, and I'll let these trees to grow tall. So it's not too bad, because the trees that have survived, they will have more space to be big trees. But you can see here some have become black totally. So that's okay. So that was the benefit of planting the avocados by seed. I could get many trees, and now if they survive this 2-year drought, these ones will definitely be able to do it. And some they have dried because they were growing together with the matunda, and the matunda is completely finished. You can see this, my big ones are finished, this one. So matunda, the tamarillo, I don't have a good experience with them now. I've tried it 3 times in my test plot, my lab shamba, and I've tried it 3 times here, and it's very difficult. It does survive in the bush, but now we're here in the open space, it's not surviving. So it can be a tree that will survive in a later stage. But many other things are doing okay. Avocado, Marmaroi, mulberry, the chilies, the Piripiri, they have done well. Here you can see a bigger mulberry tree. Is catching now well. So it faded all the leaves, and now in 1 week's time it's just poof. Leaves are coming back. So here you can see we planted many Matundadamu, dead. Many of them are dead, and especially the small ones are dead. But these ones are doing well. Papaya, very, very well. I haven't seen even one that have died. And passion is also doing well. So I'm learning what's working and what's not working. Many trees have died here. Some trees that have died is this tall tree. It's called Lpiripirinti in Samburu language, and it is castor oil, and it has died. But this one, it grows very fast and it dies. It is its nature. Even this one, it's called the Loyangalani in Samburu language, and it's called Sespania. It's a botanic name. That's also died, many of them. But that's also its nature. It grows very fast and it dies very fast. So that's fine as well. There's another local tree here. I don't know the name. They call it Mawai, which means flower. And it's doing well. It's found in the rivers here. And also I planted small Gravelia trees. This is a Gravelia. Gravelias are doing well. The big Gravelias are still surviving. And they have faded their leaves, but they still have some small shades. You know, the purpose of that tree is to have some shade during the drought, and at least it had a little bit of that. So the jacaranda tree is growing very fast. Yeah. So that's it. And here we planted more of this croton species. So here will be a very fast forest, and it's something I want to continue. This tree is very, very nice as a starting tree because it gives some mulch, and it's very, very hardy, and just planted by seed. I like those trees. Anything planted by seed I like. Anything that's planted by cutting I like. And there's been a very big problem this season with the rain. So actually we have done away with the nursery. We don't have trees in the nursery now. All of them we planted. Some did not survive, but there are those that have survived. You can see this avocado is doing well, and on this side there's some shade, and here you can see this is the old avocado with a lot of leaves. Even I pruned it and put some leaves there. Doing really well. Leukemia doing well. Need more of them. We also planted some rosemary, doing well. This is a wildflower. It's called Sali, and it's doing well. This is another Marmaroi species. This one is the one that is not growing in the. This one is not growing in the swale. It's growing slower than the others, but still doing well. And then we have some cypress, Gravelia, and here we have another Ingeriyoi. This is a very nice tree, coming up very well. The olive tree. It has done really very well in the drought. So there's a few of them in the fence. And this is now the time for harvesting more seeds of leukemia to plant more of them. Yeah. This is Sanetoi. So you can see now here, you can see seeds coming up. You can even see some traces of some vegetables we had. Is that spinach? Yeah. And the Marmaroi is doing really fantastic. I removed some branches that was growing upwards. And this one is it's growing very straight, even without pruning. It self prunes. So it actually, when it gets drought, when you don't water this one, I think it's doing better than if you water. Because when it gets that drought, it self prunes and it only has the head left, and then the other part is left out. It was just like 2 branches that I removed. Very nice. And here there's some more shade, and here the Matundadamo is doing much better. Everything is doing actually better here. And we planted a flower in the fence. It has really catched all this place. It makes this place a bit private, so that you don't see. Well, we are changing now. Yeah, the water tanks. We're not changing them. We are changing the pipes so that they don't go through the top. We used to put it in the top. Now we put it on the side. When we put it in the top, we got a lot of dust and mosquitoes and those things, problems coming in the top. But these are okay now. The house is standing. Yeah, another water tank. There's another Mawai that has seeds. It's also just planted by seeds. Easy. Although this one, yeah, here you see, easy to grow. We did away with the nursery. We made a place for resting, and created this shade with mabati under the tree, because this tree fades a lot of twigs that are dangerous to walk on, because it has those thorns. It's an arangau tree. This is the most common acacia around. Then we have the Sokoni, Warburgia salutaris, or Warburgia ugarensis. Very super powerful herb for the throat, for pneumonia, for the stomach, for malaria, for so many diseases. It's a beautiful tree, and it's growing really well here. I planted 12 of them in this along this fence, and they have survived. Even you can't even see signs of drought on them. They are doing really well. Though we have been watering them, they have been watering them with some bottles. You can see they fill bottles and then put them inside. It's like a cheap drip irrigation system. So this is it, and here we have let me see if here we can actually see even a big tree of Gravelia dying because of the termites. So that's another issue here. And then here we have the design. I planted the Gravelia together with the Sespania and together with the Leucaena, and it's growing really well. And now the Sespania has done its work, so we will remove the Sespania, take the seeds and plant it in different places where we want more Sespania, and then we will let Leucaena and Gravelia grow together. I think that will be really nice, really nice. So we have Gravelia, And then in between we have now a sokoni tree. That's the design of this fence, along this fence. This is my Land Rover. We are just fixing it a bit so that we can use it for some works, get some manure from the neighbors and other things. Then we have the downside, the grazing area. Here you can see grass. Just 1 week's time. This was plain. It was like this. It was not really like this. It was grass, but it was so dry. Another observation you can even see now if I zoom in. Can you see that water? It has not rained tonight, but all these drops, you see? All these drops are condensed, is water coming out, because in the day here it can be like 25 degrees, and then in the night it goes down to even 12. So when it gets cold, that water, that moisture in the air, it just drops to vegetation. So that's a benefit of having vegetation. It sucks. It gets moisture not only from the rain but also from the moist air. But if there is no vegetation here, it will not help. So that's it. Here we have a place we want some flowers, and we do have some flowers. This is a flower from around. This is another flower. It's another flower. So we have different kinds of flowers here. There's another flower. There's another one here, and we'll just continue to make this to be flowers, because this is next to the house. And yeah, I want this place to be neat. I did plant some trees in the middle here, but we have decided to remove them. We want this place to be open for different reasons now. Then we have this. I have it in my shamba all over here. It came maybe by someone eating a fruit, maybe a child eating the fruit and dropping it here. So this is a physalis. It really grows easy here. So yeah, and in this shamba I did plant some other things, but it has completely been eaten, and it will come back now. Grass will come up. It will be okay, and that's even its purpose. It's supposed to it's supposed to give us grass and animals to graze. You see, there's some bananas there, okay. There's some papayas there, okay. And then there's the house now for the guard. And then we have a sign of fencing that we have started here. That's quite nice. This Lgilai needs to be pruned now. It's too big. But we have a device. The sign of the fence we have planted kayapa, so this is very good for security, and we planted it together with the sali. I don't know the botanic name of this one, but this is an indigenous species here, and you just do like this and plant this like that, and you get a tree. Very easy to plant, and it grows faster. So what we'll need to do now is to prune the sali, and the sali we pruned we planted elsewhere. The gate has its function. It's doing well. This is our old place where we had the cows. We don't have cows now, so this will be planted some vegetables. Then we have a double fence so that we can plant a fence fence here, a live fence in between. We don't want animals to graze here. So here you can see last year this was planted, and it was planted all over here. This is now the Kayapa. Doing well here, doing well. It's coming up, even the Sali, you see. So it's just to continue to plant more Sali, more Kayapa, slowly but slowly. And the Kayapa, we brought them up in the nursery, but now if we are not having the nursery, we'll have to buy them. But that's okay. Because I don't have a borehole, it's better for me if I can buy those trees. And then this side, this road, we are capturing the water, and it was not maintained, so we have now taken the soil. We get some soil. The water comes from up here, comes, and then it goes into the shamba. And this place fills with soil, and the first place it fills with sand, and then it has some good growing soil. So we are utilizing that. We are removing it and taking it to the shamba where we need soil. And this place is beautiful place. These are the highlands now. The Kerisia forest on the other side of these mountains. That's a forest of like 100,000. I don't know, 100,000 acres or 100,000 hectares. It's very, very big. And it has all the wild animals now in the drought. Very interesting place, and it makes this place to have a nice climate, because you get the wind from the forest, so the wind is cool. It's a cool breeze. Here we have the road, and again we are doing that work of catching the water, removing soil, taking soil to the shamba, now where we need it. And the upper land we have not yet fenced it well, but one day we will. So yeah, so it could have been better. There were some things that died, but overall most things survived that I planted, and overall I am happy with the results we have had. Here you can see some more work we are going to do. We are going to dig just like we made that trench. We are taking water from here. So because it was not maintained, the water has come, flowing, and then it flows, and then it continues along the road, destroying the road. So if I take it to my shamba instead, the shamba gets more water, gets more green, the trees are growing faster, the grass is growing faster, and then I get this soil, which I need for different uses. And yeah, I've done quite okay, I would say. I'm sorry for the community who have lost all the animals. So many animals have died. Some people have lost all their cows. Even if you have 100 cows, some people might have lost all those cows. So it's been a terrible drought. But the animals that have survived will have a chance now. When it rains again. I do believe it will continue to rain and vegetation will come back. So, hope you learned something new. Talk to you next time.